today I'm fishing from the Autopilot 120. That little noise you hear is the Autopilot doing the old spot lock there, keeping a tight little spot. Out of the wind, it's a pretty breezy day today, but I'm kind of tucked in this little cove here. I just got to borrow this Autopilot 120, and I got to use it like 2 times. This will be my 3rd time trying to use it. First time I used it was just on a demo out at Rutabaga in Madison, Wisconsin. We're helping out there, and that was the first time I got to play with it a little bit, and then luckily enough I get to borrow it for a little while. And so I used it on a tournament with the Great Lakes Kayak Fishing Series, fishing for salmon out in Manitowoc. And that was my first time using it. I was under rather challenging conditions. We had rain like all day long, just about all day. Strong winds. You'll see hear some of the footage. I was out and going through the harbor in Manitowoc. Normally not so bad, but the wind was coming right through there and creating some pretty good waves. But as you see, I was setting up my rods and had no problem going into that wind and getting my rod set hands-free in a direction where I needed to go. Pretty cool. And then one of the features on there, which is great for trolling, is that you can adjust your optimum trolling speed, and it'll adjust for you as far as if you're going downwind, into the waves, with the waves, kind of keep you in that heading, or at that speed rather. And then I just use the foot control pedals to steer. That was fun. Real tough day is fishing. A few guys got them. Like I said, it was all brand new for me, so I actually got a little bit of a late start because I just wanted to use it. I know it was going to affect my tournament. Wouldn't recommend the new boat on tournament day, but that was my opportunity to really get some time on it. So I did that and ended up catching one fish. Here's a clip from that. Pretty nice fish. Didn't get me anywhere as far as the standings goes, but at least I caught one. It was right at the last couple minutes of the day too, so I was pretty happy to get that. As far as trolling, man, this thing's a trolling machine. You can definitely get yourself dialed into whatever speed you want. You can play around, you can pause it, you can keep going again. Really nice for that. Tons of room. Like I said, I was on Lake Michigan with some pretty big waves. And I'll tell you, this thing handled great. I mean, just rode in there. It's almost like you're in some, a fiberglass boat where you just cut through the waves and you don't bounce all over and rock in there. Just goes right through. Really nice. Felt super stable. So I got the kayak that I'm going to be borrowing here, kind of rigged up for bass fishing. I'm going to be heading down to the national championship down in Lake Guntersville, Alabama. So it'll be my first time down there. Hopefully things go well, but I'm lucky enough I get to borrow this kayak for that tournament. So pretty stoked about that. I'm not going to know where I'm going. It's big water, 75 miles, so having a trolling motor that's going to be able to get me to a few spots and still have energy once tournament day comes. That's going to be nice. So a little pre-fishing, I won't be all burnt out. The downside is when it's cold, you better dress warm because you're not using the same muscles you would like if you're using the Sportsman's big water with the PDL system on there. I have the older Predator, so that kind of keeps you warm as you go, but when you're sitting in here and using this, you don't stay quite as warm, so dress appropriately. So, on the kayak I have 13 rod holders, upright rod holders that I can use. So, that's a lot. I like to carry a lot of rods. I don't like to switch out lures and have one for drop shot, one for something else small. I just want a drop shot rod and then a wacky worm rod. I don't like messing around tying, retying if I don't have to. I'd rather have more rods. If I got a place to stow them and they're out of the way, hey, what difference does it make? And I have pretty much twice the storage capacity for lures, and for all my tackle, so that's going to be really nice. Landing net's nice and out of the way, and then got fish locator, bump board over here, camera. Everything's looking pretty good. So, pretty excited. Let's go try to catch a fish, see how we do. Got some cold weather here. They might not want to cooperate, but we're going to give it a try. Let's go. So I'm still getting used to the controllers here. What I found best for me right now is just get it into the forward position and then use your rudders. Use the rudder, your foot pedals to control it. I'll keep it at a speed. If I find I'm in a spot where I want to make a couple casts, I just kill it, and then I coast a little bit. And I can still steer. I'm still good that way. But I can play with that little drift that I got going on, where I can steer to where I want to go. Hey, look at it. Alright. Just a little guy. But hey, yeah. Go past there. Alright, so came to the spot, just kind of worked my way, used the heading setting, so you can point it in a direction, hit that, and then you will continue to go on that direction all by itself. So I know I have a weed line here, did that, came to a spot that I've caught fish before, hit the anchor, and then caught one on that cast. Well, after I hit that anchor. Now I'm gonna make another cast. Sometimes, you know, it's fall time, they should be schooled up. Nice northern. So, one of the things that can happen, you have your fish in a net like this, is that they'll scoot down and pull your net up, and you got to sit there and fight them. So one of the things I did is I put a little hook over here to keep my net from being able to go up. So, lay them on there. They got to be 26 to keep here in Wisconsin. Is it 29? So, you know what? I haven't caught many northerns this year. I think I'm gonna keep this one for a meal. So, sounds good. Wife will be happy. She likes northern, and so do I. So you can see this is kind of a long channel. I just took a heading on here with the controller here. Just hit the old N button there, gave it a direction. And then it just keeps on trucking, so I can make a bunch of casts real quick. And also head back in there. If I need to do a little adjustment, I can do that. And then we just keep on trucking and fishing. Working our way back in. This guy in a fluke. So, Autopilot 120. Sportsman's Autopilot 120. So my goal is just to kind of get out here and get a little familiar with the kayak and see how to operate it, so I'm not going out there first day and just not really knowing. I mean, it's pretty simple, but just to kind of get a feel for how it operates. It's been really fun. It's a spot lock. Putting it on a heading, just going down a weed line, casting, coming up this channel here, just going through casting. Tell you what, I got a lot more casting in than I would have done if I was doing paddling or pedaling. It's different, you know. You got a trolling motor, but if you're going for the fishing aspect, I mean, that's going to help you a lot, for sure. Well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Caught a couple fish, did alright, got to test out the kayak. I think most things are in place where they need to be, and might have to do a little adjusting here and there. Hey, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye now. One last fish here.